And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Bunch formation for these receivers. Scanning the field, it's Swan. Grabbed over the middle, it's Dozier. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Guys, let's chat about App State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sullivan. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run play action. A shot toward the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, USF! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Swan. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Using his legs. It's Norton. There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They'll ride the hot hand, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
We're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. Got a man. It's Nimrod. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll pull it on the read. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Brings up 4th and goal.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt.
That's the end of the first quarter. South Florida, 7. App State, 0.
So now to start the second quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top. And the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Swan. Makes the catch. It's Dozier. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly out to the tight end. The Mountaineers have enough for the first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And the Mountaineers are rolling down the field. Back to pass, it's Swan. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Looking for space, it's Roberts. Breaks the tackle. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Going to sling it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Strowman. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the catch. It's Roberts. Wide open spaces. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own one and hoping to avoid a disaster. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bulls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown will throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
And these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Let's go. Finds the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. The play-action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Strowman. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, App State!
And finally, the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out. It's Nimrod. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Brown wants to pass. A little release to the back. It's a seam wide open. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Punts it out of the air. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The short hands, it's Nimrod. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Right down the boulevard. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to the run to start this second half. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end now in motion. Brown will throw it. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Well, the DB never even backpedaled. He never even thought that receiver was running deep, and that's why he was able to put his foot in the ground. He smothered that curl route, knocking it away.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Trying to get the edge on the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the Bulls need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Got it behind the line. It's Roberts. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The corners are walked up tight. Looking for a man. It's Swan. Trying to get behind the defense. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Snagged in the middle. It's Dozier. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
The give on the inside. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Mountaineers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Turning on the Jets. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Flips it out on the screen. He's loose. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw it, Swan. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell he wanted to get it to the big man, and I would too, by the way. You got a 6'4", 6'5", 6'17" wide receiver out there. You want to throw it up so he can make a play. Set those feet first, then you give it to him.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Working that wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On fourth down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless, and you know that you're losing possession and you're coming off the field.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
The Bulls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The offense changing the play. They'll run it from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Brown wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Appalachian State.
To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Dozier.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Swan. Takes the easy one to the back. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They just keep firing. Caught over the middle. It's Dozier. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the 1st, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
The Mountaineers are flying down the field. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, a lot of space. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Swan. Got him downfield. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, we've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give and tick, 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 tick.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Gets the back moving. Brown will throw it. Working that left side now. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout, run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
They'll give it to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
And the Bulls come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short.